Hi, everyone. This is Charity with Faith, Hope, and Charity, and I am going to show you today how to apply the amazing foundation with a sponge. Okay, this is called a Blenderful, and this one is wet and it gets bigger when it's wet. This one is dry, so they're the exact same sponge, but if you wet it, it grows in size. Okay, what I love about the sponge is it's non-toxic, it's special, it's different than the ones in the store. It mimics your skin, okay? So it has a texture that when you apply your foundation is mimicking your skin. Okay, so I'm going to show you my favorite foundation. This is what it looks like. This is the foundation palette. Again, this is the foundation. These are the concealers, and I'm going to show you how to apply it with a Blenderful. There's so many ways you can do it, and I'm on my channel here on my playlist. I have every single kind of application for this. So first, what I like to do is spray my face with this priming spray. It is filled with nutrients. So I'm going to spray my face, 3 pumps, okay? And that spray gets all over my face and it primes and gets ready. So now you're just going to wait a couple seconds as that dries to apply foundation. Okay, there are so many ways to apply this, okay? And I'm here to teach you how to get the best coverage for you, how much you want, okay? So I wear Olive One foundation. That's this color. And again, we have 34 matches and I can color match you to the perfect shade. And if you're not completely happy, then you can get your money back and we can try for a different shade. Okay. Or you can just return it. Anyway, so first, when my face dries, you can choose to start just the way your face is now, but I highly encourage for the most beautiful coverage, the flawless coverage, to use really good skincare. Okay, so I've already washed my face, used great skincare, so I'm hydrated and I'm prepped and ready. But you can even put an oil on right before you put your foundation on for a glowy, dewy coverage. I've showed those in other videos, but this time I'm going to highlight with this champagne coconut illuminator glow drops. Basically coconut, we know coconut is so good for us. Mine is almost gone and you can tell by there's a little window right here and it's all the way up. So it's pretty much gone. So I have just a little bit left in here. So I'm going to grab it with this brush and I'm going to show you what my face looks like adding the coconut illuminators. Again, this gives you a dewy glow look. And you can put it on with your fingers or a brush or this Blenderful. This is my wet Blenderful. I'm just going to apply it real quick here to give me a glowy, dewy look. And again, this is beautiful. You could leave the house just with this on because you are glowy, hydrated, and it's just a very pretty look, especially for the summertime. If you're going to the beach, this is perfect. Okay, so I've added that. Again, I have a wet Blenderful. I'm going to show you two different ways. You can use a dry Blenderful or a wet Blenderful. I'm going to start on this side with the wet one. And what you do is you just put the Blenderful, this is this side, on here, and you can do like a quarter of a turn. Okay, it's on my sponge now, and I am applying it. You just kind of make the sweeping up motions. You're padding or stippling on, but look how pretty that is. See the difference already? I have a lot of like spots and freckles. You can cover it to cover all your freckles, or you can let your freckles soak pop through. There are so many ways, and you can get the coverage you want. With a wet Blenderful, you're getting like an airbrush finish, um, this airbrush finish, and like a light coverage, okay, with a wet one. And I did the wet side on this. I'm going to show you what the dry side looks on the other side of my face. Again, it's just so beautiful. Now you can squish it in this side, okay, to make it smaller, to get in the smaller areas. This is concealer, and this concealer is pretty much the color of my skin to cover up any spots you might have. And I have a few here. We have concealer to totally get rid of redness in your skin. We have a concealer to brighten up your eyes, which is this concealer right here. It's the lightest concealer, and see how it brightened up my eyes. So I like that concealer around my eyes. And again, you use this tip You can squeeze it together to get to all these areas that are harder to get to, okay? You also can squeeze it and put concealer around your nose in case your nose runs, because it's waterproof. So if you're going to get caught in a rainstorm, a snowstorm, a cry storm, this is locked and loaded. See the difference? It's just flawless. It looks like skin. What it does is takes away the coloring, and so you're totally one color, which is beautiful. And then you can add bronzers and makeup in to bring your face to life. But it's just a really, really pretty coverage. Again, this is a light coverage with a wet Blenderful. Now I'm going to show you, see the size difference. I'm going to show you what a dry Blenderful does. You are going to get more coverage with it, a full coverage. Okay. And it's beautiful because you don't see any brush lines at all. It applies fast because the sponges are big and you can get a lot of area covering with this sponge. You can even use the side of the sponge to do this, okay? And you can even put your blush on with these sponges, okay? They work for more than one thing. You can do your blush. Next, I want to tell you that the sponges, you don't need to use a lot of product because the product does not seep into the sponge, okay? Like normal sponge do, it doesn't seep in there. It's non-latex, and it's a porous texture, so it mimics what your skin looks like. Okay, now I'm going to show you a fuller coverage on this side of my face, and I do have more spots on this side of my face. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go in here and we're going to do a quarter turn. This is what it looks like. And I also have a cleaner, a coconut oil cleaner that you just put your sponges in and with water, and it cleans them really nicely. And all of this will come off your sponge. They do last a long time. We have a spray too to get all the germs off on these sponges, and a holder that breathes. The holder breathes so germs don't collect on your sponge. Again, this is a full coverage. See how I got rid of those spots just by, I think I did that, once. Again, we are pressing in, not swiping or wiping, okay? Because you're kind of just pressing it in. But the coverage is absolutely amazing. I've tried so many different foundations and concealers, and this is absolutely my favorite coverage because it looks like skin, it feels like skin, it covers up all of my areas that need to be covered. It stays on all day. This lasted me a whole entire year, so it lasts a long time. It's 50% pigmented, which is way higher than most, so it's going to go a long way. A little goes a long way. A lot of ladies apply too much, and it just takes a little different technique to apply than others. Again, I'm brightening up my eyes. Do you see the big difference? I'm using the smaller end of my concealer to brighten up my eyes. And there's just a really big difference in brightening those up. But look at that. Such a pretty coverage. Is absolutely beautiful. Again, if you want color match, we have 34 different colors. I can color match you. I send you a skincare quiz. And I can help you get really hydrated skin that applies so much better when your skin is taken care of, okay? It's more important to take care of your skin than actually covering it up. And then when you're done, right after you're done, you can lock it in by using translucent powder. And this is really good. You can use it with your sponge again, or a little powder puff, or a brush. It doesn't matter. But since I'm talking about the sponges today, I'm just going to dip in here. And if you have any wrinkles, which I'm developing wrinkles around this area, working hard not to. My skincare has done an amazing job, but I'm approaching 50. So this helps fill in the wrinkles and also locks this foundation in all day long, okay? If you have any problem areas, I have smile lines right here. And so I like to use this translucent powder to help fill in those lines, those cracks, and up here. And also this translucent powder is absolutely amazing because if you're getting a photo shoot done, you're not going to have any glare on the camera, okay? So it just works so well. Okay, so I love that. And then after We have a priming and setting spray. We started with priming spray, and now we're going to set this look. It's going to be locked in for like 16 hours. It is not going to budge no matter how much you cry or run in the rain. Okay. It is beautiful coverage. Again, let me match you. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I am here for you. Again, this is Charity with Faith, Hope, and Charity, and you can find me at charityinglewright.com on my website. And also, I have a whole playlist dedicated to ways to apply your foundation. All right. I hope you have a great night.